We are live. Hello, hello. Welcome to Hello Body Freedom. My name is Audra Baker and I am your host. This is our Tuesday Live. We go live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. CST. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you are new into my world, welcome. We help women heal the deeper reasons why they're struggling with food and their body in the first place. We can reach for diets all we want. We can reach for all of these other answers. But at the end of the day, if we aren't looking at why we are eating when we're not physically hungry, and untangling an unhealthy relationship with food and untangling unhealthy behaviors like overeating, stress eating, anxious eating, bored eating, sad eating, all the ways we use food besides for physical hunger, it can be a real giant uphill battle. So that's what we do here. And I'm really glad to see you here. Welcome. Come on in and say hi. If you are here, if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay inside of the Facebook group. And I'm really excited today because it is spring and I love spring. I love warmth. I am a warm weather person. My birthday's in the summer. That might be part of it. I'm not 100% sure, but I get very, very energized. My life, like, I don't know about you, but I feel cyclical in how I function on the planet in a big way. So wintertime is just such hibernation for me. And not just hibernation, like just overall bad mood a lot and doom and gloom. And then as soon as the days get a little longer and the sun is out and I can be outside, and it makes me want to move more. It makes me want to take better care of myself. It makes me want to I crave healthier foods, right? So I don't know if you feel the same way, but this time of the year really is a big launching pad for me to just get excited and to use that energy, to use that motivation to be moving forward. So if that is you, if you are in that place and you are looking for 5 ways to feel better in your body this spring, then I invite you to listen in because that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because isn't it true at the end of all of this, isn't it about feeling good? Isn't this about walking through the planet and moving through your life feeling good? So it's not just about feeling good in the body, but it's having thoughts that serve you, that aren't like this inner bitch beat down all day long, right? It's a sense of like healthy, just like a high level of mental health, right? And then also emotional health, like feeling emotionally regulated, knowing what to do whenever you're feeling feelings, how you can process those through. If you find yourself always reaching for food as the answer, that's usually a sign that something's not quite right. Unless you don't mind and it's no big deal for you and it doesn't bother you at all, and it works for your life, then I say go for it. But I know for me, it definitely wasn't working for a very long time. And it was driving me batshit crazy, actually. And at some points, it just felt like absolute out of control with food, a sense of like food is in control and I am not. And I don't know if anybody here has felt that before, but that also really sucks to feel that way. So let's go ahead and dive in, and we'll address all of these little tidbits that I'm putting together here. But if you are here live, come on in and say hi. I'd love to know that you're here, and we will go ahead and go right into these 5 ways of feeling better in your body. You can tell I'm like a little hopped up, like in spring energy, because I start to sing my sentences. All right. So, very first thing I want to talk about are a couple of like basics, right? And these first 2 feel very, very important. And the very first one is get out in nature. So if you are in the northern hemisphere and it is spring moving into summer, and if you've been cooped up in a house and stuck in the snow or just in the cold, nasty weather, like getting out and getting some sunshine on your body, getting in any level of outdoors, any level of outdoors. For the last 6 years, I've lived in a high rise in downtown Dallas, and it was this giant high rise on the 24th floor. And really the only like access to enjoy outside was on the rooftop pool. So that's like a different kind of nature, but at least I was outside. At least I was in the sun. At least I could jump in the pool, or forget jumping in the pool, just to be able to sit in the warm air and feel the warm sun on my body. That felt really good. But maybe that means going for a walk in the neighborhood. Like right now, we just moved into a house. We're out of downtown Dallas now. And I'm spending insane amounts of time in our backyard. and, sitting in the grass and doing some yoga out in the yard, and or just sitting. We have a couch in our backyard. I just like to sit there and read. It's not about having to be active. It's just about getting you into nature. It just has an incredible impact on your livelihood and health. We are not meant to be indoors all the time. We are meant to be connected to this earth, and being out in nature as best that you can is going to help, even if it is simply like what I love to do, which is sit on my couch outside in my backyard. And even like there's a lot of research, even if you get just 10 minutes of sunshine, even if it's just on your forearm, right? Just a little bit of exposure to the sun every day, even as little as 10 minutes, is going to drastically increase your vitamin D inside of your body. We take vitamin D supplements and whatnot, but actually, your body makes it, and it makes it whenever we have the presence of the sun, and it's the best bang that we can get for our buck there. So making sure to get out in nature, get some sunshine. This is going to boost your mood. It is going to boost your energy. You are going to just feel better. Now, the second little tip here for feeling better in your body is definitely get moving. Now, if you don't move, if you've been feeling really lethargic, it might be hard to get moving. I'm definitely, I want to like really honor that can be challenging for a lot of people, but any way that you can make it happen can be utterly life changing. So if that means that you make a pact with a friend, if that means you get a group of people together, and even if it just means going for a walk, maybe it means gardening or doing yard work. It doesn't have to look like anything in particular, but our bodies are meant to move. And if we want to feel better in our bodies, we want to be able to use our bodies in a meaningful way. Most of us sit, at a desk all day long. We sit here and we spin up in our head, and we're very analytical and we're very thought producing, but our whole body is stuck in this, prison of a chair for often 8 hours at a time, not taking breaks, not getting up and stretching, not going outside and getting into nature, not moving at all. And so moving your body is one of the most powerful and fastest ways to feel better in your body. Just make sure you are choosing ways to move that feel good for you, right? So if you are holding on to a lot of extra weight, if you've got swollen joints, if you're dealing with autoimmune or things like that, I totally get it. The knees can ache, like all the achy stuff can happen. But like, can you get in water? Can you go take a water aerobics class? Can you go for a swim? What are the things? Could you get on a bike so it's low impact, right? What are the ways that you can move your body in a way that you actually like to do, and in a way that your body really appreciates? Maybe it's just stretching. Maybe it's some yoga. Maybe it's some, who knows? Maybe it's kayaking, maybe it's hiking, maybe it's, anything like that. And just for like the extra bonus, if you can move your body in nature, boom, huge, huge, huge bonus right there. Oh, let's get moving. If you struggle moving your body, if you struggle, let me go ahead and put some stuff up here. Oh, Sheila, I miss you. Good to see you, girlfriend. Sheila is my friend who works for my favorite bike company, which is called Specialized Bikes, which was the bike that I had. And so if you love to bike ride, it's one of my most favorite ways to move my body. I feel like I truly feel like I'm in my happy place when I'm on a bike. It is weird how as soon as like the air, and I don't even have to be going fast. I don't have to make it doesn't have to feel like a workout. The moment I start pedaling and you feel the breeze, I do not know why. Not everybody's like this. I totally get it. It might just be me, but I love being on a bike. It just is like one of my happy places. So if you struggle with moving your body, if this is something that is not part of your MO, and you know that you need to start doing something like this, then definitely hellobodyfreedom.com, chat with Audra. This is how we can do a one-on-one discovery call and see if what we offer here at Hello Body Freedom is something for you. So we can talk about where you're getting stuck and all that other good stuff. All right. So now we know getting out in nature. Now we know getting out in nature, moving your body, comparing those two. That's the bonus one right there for you. So let's go ahead and keep moving through this. Number 3. Okay, my friends. In terms of feeling better in your body, what we have to start doing is connecting to your actual body cues. Now, this is not the easiest thing in the world if you haven't done this for a long time, but we are looking to connect to eating because of physical hunger and stop eating at satisfaction. And this is a it seems so simple. It seems like, well, duh, of course I'm going to eat when I'm hungry. And of course I'm going to stop when I'm not hungry. But this is not how most people eat. Most people eat when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're bored, when they're stressed, when they're anxious, when I just feel like it, when I've got the munchies, when I feel like snacking, there's like, because I want it, because it tastes good. There's like a million reasons why we're eating that have no connection to our actual bodies. And if you want to start to feel better in your body, then you want to start connecting to what your body is telling you. These are body cues, all right? And so, for instance, if you are ignoring your thirst cue and you're ignoring it, you're not going to freaking feel good. Eventually, you're going to be so damn thirsty and that's not going to feel good, right? We're learning how to listen to our body, and especially around food. One of the most powerful things that you can do is actually tune into what hunger feels like, not be scared of it. This is what hunger is. And then when you feel it, that is the best reason to eat. That is the best reason to eat. And if you slow it down enough, if you pay attention enough, you will notice that there will come a moment when your body is just fine. You did not overeat. You do not feel overstuffed. It feels like an absolute enough in the body. It feels like satisfied. And when you can eat in that way, that is a behavior around food that is connected to the body. My friends, you are going to feel better in your body. Your food will taste better because you are actually waiting until you're hungry, and your body will feel better because you are not overdoing it and just stuffing food in your mouth. All right. And so, this is, I think, one of the biggest, most powerful practices that all of us should start working on right now. And the more and more we learn how to honor hunger is the main reason I eat, and the more and more we learn how to honor enough, satisfied is the reason I stop eating, right? Instead of letting our emotions run the show. Oh, but it tastes so good. I'm going to have 10 more bites. Oh, but I don't want to stop. Oh, what if I never eat it again? Like, we've got to stop that kind of thinking. We have to know that whatever we're eating, we can eat it again. Okay. But here we are, body cues, hunger, eat, enough, satisfied, stop. All right. This is a powerful way to be in the body. Now, connected to this is number 4. So, connected to this is practicing. You're learning a different practice. The practice is you are learning how to say yes and no to food while at the same time allowing all foods to be okay. And what do I mean by that? Part of the reason why we overeat is we make certain foods wrong, never allowed, completely off limits. I shame myself every time I eat the cookie or this or that. And that becomes a big problem because the more that we disconnect and we don't allow ourselves to eat a certain food, we call a certain food bad. The more we really subscribe to that belief, what will end up happening is that when you inevitably eat the cookie, when you inevitably have a piece of cake or a fucking pastry or something, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to freak out because, oh my God, it's so good. Because, hello, it is good. That's why you're eating it. It tastes delicious. But because you've sworn it off, now what do you think you're going to do? Well, I better keep eating and eating and eating because I'm not supposed to eat this. I'm not allowed to eat this. So I'm going to eat this entire bag. That way I can be finished with it. And then I'll be done and then I'll never touch it again. Y'all, that is one of the reasons you struggle with weight. It is a very messed up relationship with food. It is not helpful for your journey, guaranteed, especially if you are struggling on a weight loss journey or a health journey. This behavior does not work. Okay. And so we are learning how to say yes and no to foods while also allowing all foods to be allowed. So when you can come to the psychological realization of all foods are innately allowed, there's no morality assigned to any of these foods. Okay. They are all allowed. But I, in my own sovereign being, am learning when it makes sense to say yes to a food and when it makes sense to say no to a food. All right. So right now, because it's spring, I'm in a very, very strong state of really recommitting to saying yes to more nutrient dense foods. I just did a 5-day fast last week and I feel I mean, the level of feeling good in my body again. And why is that? Because I did a big metabolic cleanup. If this is something that you're interested in, you want to know more about it, just drop me a DM. I'm happy to share more about fasting and mimicking. It's very, very powerful. I took like 8 clients through it or something like that. It was pretty miraculous because it wasn't easy. Fasting is not the easiest thing, but on the other side of 5 days, the metabolic cleanup, how freaking good I'm feeling in my body. And now guess what? I can tell when I'm hungry a lot easier. I'm stopping at enough without any problems at all. And then I'm learning how to say yes and no to foods. I'm setting up the appropriate boundaries, right? When my daughter graduates high school in like 6 weeks or so, I'm going to say yes to the cake. Of course, I'm going to say yes to the cake, but do I need cake every single night of the week? Probably not. That level of emotional eating will help probably not let me feel good in my body. I'm learning how to say yes and no in the right amount. And this is huge. All right. Okay. And finally, the last piece is it is spring. If you are looking to be on a sustainable weight loss journey, a health journey where you are learning how to untangle these reasons why you keep overeating, mindlessly eating, stress eating, anxious eating, comfort eating, all of the ways that we're using food that aren't in alignment with feeling good in our body. If you are really ready to untangle all of this, what we are doing inside of Hello Body Freedom right now is our Spring into Action 8-week program. This is the absolute basic foundational work where we are putting in all of the right habits. I call them sexy habits, where we are learning how to say yes and no to food, where we are learning our body cues, where we are creating a lifestyle based on habits that feel good, not the kind of habits that you want to run the other direction from, the kind of habits that feel so good, like getting a good night's sleep, drinking enough water, right? And then the next phase of that is we move into gentle nutrition, right? We start working with how am I working with food? How am I learning how to increase nutrient density so I feel better in my body, right? How do I move my body? So we're bringing in all of these habits, and it's the spring into action 8-week process is really, really about springing into action. It is about taking action. There's none of this sitting on your ass, not doing anything. It is walking the path, taking action. And so we set the stage in the first 2 weeks of the 8-week spring into action. And then starting on week 3, we start going a little deeper. So, what usually happens, and tell me if you can attest to this, because I bet you can, is here you are, you're taking action, you're taking action, you're taking action, and all of a sudden, boom, like something comes up, right? And it's a mindset thing. It's the stuff that we tell ourselves. It's that inner bitch. It's that inner mean girl that starts beating us up. Forget that, right? But what's happening is we're trying to take this action. We're walking, we're walking, we're walking. Boom, we fall on our face and then we don't get back up again, right? Or it's a behavior. We said we weren't going to eat the chips or something and we ate the chips. We're doing really well. We're taking that action and then on our ass again. So what we have to start doing with week 3 is we have to start untangling our self-sabotaging behaviors, untangling weight loss sabotage, untangling the way we sabotage ourselves around food and around our healthy behaviors. And this is what we specialize in Hello Body Freedom. We specialize in getting you into action and then helping you untangle all the reasons why you keep stopping, all the reasons why you keep falling over, to the point where what happens is that you're able to keep moving forward faster and more consistent, right? Better than you ever have in the past. And this is what we're doing inside of the Hello Body Freedom, inside of our Spring into Action 8-week program. So if you are interested, hellobodyfreedom.com. All you got to do is chat with Audra. And if you want this to be the best spring you have ever experienced, you want to get on the phone with me, we can go over what Hello Body Freedom programs might be right for you. Because at the end of the day, if you are trying to diet yourself down, if you are trying to force yourself into some way, what will 90 to 97% happen is you will gain the weight back. All right. Totally unhelpful. So let's recap. This is very exciting. So the very first one is about getting into nature. Get your ass outside, sit on a couch outside, do some gardening, just lay in the sun, don't do anything, but get in nature. It's good for you. It's good for your hormones. It's good for your vitamin D production. It is so, so powerful. And it's just like soul food. It is soul food. Get outside, get into nature. Number 2 is to get moving. So remember, does not matter what you do. It just matters that you do something. It matters that you get your booty moving and let it feel good. Let it feel like a pull, like you're drawn to it, like you're so excited, not a push, not like, oh, I'm shoved. I hate to do this. Let it feel good. Remember, the whole point of this is to feel good, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. The whole point is to feel good. All right. So that is number 1. Number 2, and remember the bonus is to pair the 2. So move your body in nature. All right. Number 3 is about body cues, learning how to pay attention to hunger and pay attention to enough over and over again and really honoring those body cues. And number 4 is around learning how to say yes and no to food in just the right balance, right? We're not sitting here trying to say no to everything and only yes to this. No, we are learning what situations make the sense. You are learning how to trust yourself here. All right. That is number 4. And then finally, number 5 is if you are looking to really feel better in your body, that sustainable weight loss journey, I think getting support, getting the help that you need in order to do this in a meaningful way. And that is what we are doing inside of Hello Body Freedom, inside of our 8-week Spring into Action course. And so we just started a few days ago. So it is not too late to jump in. If you want in, all you have to do is go to hellobodyfreedom.com/chat with Audra. And I am looking forward to connecting with you. And that is what we have for today's Tuesday Live. Very excited to be here. And thank you guys for coming. Yeah, Sheila in the house with the bike ride. That's what I'm talking about. All right, my friends, reach out, DM me if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the 5-day fasting, and reach out because I mean, the whole point is feeling good. You know what I mean? How long do we just keep living in a body that just feels like crap, that feels tired, that feels lethargic, that feels, achy all the time, where you feel, brain fogged out, sugar addicted, like food has control? How long do we do that for? If you are ready this spring to take the energy of spring to move forward, then I invite you to hop on the phone with me and let's make this happen. All right, my friends, mwah. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week for a real juicy one. Next week, we are diving very deep into what it really takes to look at, emotional eating patterns, stressed eating, anxious eating, bored eating, comfort eating, sad eating. It'll be a good one. All right. See y'all until next time. See you later. Bye, everybody.